Hare Krishna Gauranga Nityananda Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hey, Johan, hey. I'm glad I hope you're having a good time over at Shamakuri's house. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Ah, yes. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Evo, welcome. Mary Sachi, thank you for coming. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama. Gauranga Nityananda, Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Prabhu Nityananda, Sri Advaita Gadadhar, Sri Masadi Gaura Bhaktivedanta. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama. Oh, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Ooh, Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Oh yeah. Ooh. Woo! Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Oh, Krishna, Radhe Govinda. Hey, one more time. Why not? Encore. My Lord, encore. Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama. There she is. Beautiful Sachi. Hare Krishna, beautiful heart. Wants to help everybody. I like that. That's why she's here. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Lord Chaitanya could use a gal like you. Hare Krishna, Hare Jesus too. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Krishna, Hare Krishna. Woo, woo, woo. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Radhe Radhe Govinda, Radhe Radhe Govinda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. 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 Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Krishna, Gauranga. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Purchase your tracks today.
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Yes. So everybody can purchase your track here. One track, Hare Krishna Maha
Professional
Mantra.
mode.
Hare Krishna Maha
Thanks for
Mantra.
using.
Great track to be on. Wow, what a great refresher. We're having a refresher course today. This is the only refresher courses that people like to take again and again and again. Refreshment course. These are refreshments. Oh, thank you, Lord. Thank you, Lord. So, Shamagori says, read this there, Sachi.
She says, Dear Gurudev, after Johan and Francis has been at my place today, the name for our Sangha, Amazing Grace Place, is so very true. Hari Hari Bol, all glories to the assembled ecstatic devotees.
Yeah, that's right, man. It's great when you can get together too. It's nice. Yeah, this is awesome, man. It's just, she whiz. What an oasis. I just was feeling today as I was training, I just want everybody to get this, man, you know. I started to understand a little bit how the devotees were praying for the deliverance of the world when they were here, because they were so ecstatic, so happy. It was overspilling, and this, how can you not want everybody to get, to be free and to be, happy? This is, so anyway, the devotees naturally, as we advance, you start to want really, this kind of stuff to happen. Save everybody, man. What can they do? They're all under illusion. Everybody's an illusion. Illusion is just causing them to act how they're acting, however that is. They're just caught up. Everybody is like, ultimately, they're all loving servants of the Lord. People just, don't know that, they belong to spirit. Yeah. So anyway, I was listening to Chaitanya Charitamrita today. It was really wonderful. Chapter 1, actually. And so anyway, I'm going to read this chapter 1 here. And I might have Sachi read. You can get, do you have a book there, the Chaitanya Charitamrita? You have the big one, right? Do you have the big one?
Yeah, I've got the big one also.
That's amazing. Yeah. Anyway, get chapter 1 out. I might have you read.
All right, hold on.
Yeah. So I pray for the mercy of all the devotees of the Lord, all the great acharyas, and all those bygone devotees who have been here and left us the path, the easy, simple, clear path. All it has to do is be clearly read, clearly discerned, and then promoted that way. Not by speculating anything, not just the way it was. And the way it is, it becomes that way it is. The way it was becomes the way it is. And it's just a nice, non-speculative way to get it. You just basically hear from those who relishing mellows. That's it, basically. Very simple. The grace comes through those channels. Okay, so I'll start a little bit here, and then I'll probably have you read a little bit. Okay, so...
It's the spiritual masters. That's what chapter 1 is.
Yeah, chapter 1, the spiritual masters. Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya, Jaya Nityananda, Jaya Sri Advaita Chandra, Jaya Gaur Bhaktivinoda. So I'll start out a little bit, and then I'll let you take over. I offer my respectful obeisances unto the spiritual masters, the devotees of the Lord's incarnations, his plenary portions, his energies, and the primeval Lord himself, Sri Krishna Chaitanya. So go ahead, read the second verse.
Okay. I offer my respectful obeisances unto Sri Krishna Chaitanya and Lord Nityananda, who are like the sun and the moon. They have arisen simultaneously on the horizon of Gauda to dissipate the darkness of ignorance, and thus wonderfully bestow benediction upon all. You want me to keep going?
Yeah, no. Yeah, so read that verse again. It's so nice. Everybody, listen to this attentively, this verse here.
I offer my respectful obeisances unto Sri Krishna Chaitanya and Lord Nityananda, who are like the sun and the moon. They have arisen simultaneously on the horizon of Gauda to dissipate the darkness of ignorance, and thus wonderfully bestow benediction upon all.
Yeah, so the moon is the servants of the Lord, like headed by Nityananda. He's plenary portion. Plenary is very big servant, very, very big, big, he's like in his form is Ananta Seish, huge. All the universes are on his heads. He doesn't even know they're there. That's what kind of God we're dealing with. That's the kind of plenary portion that Nityananda was. See, but that's their servants. It's in the disciplic line. These great personalities like that, they leave this into the hands of their real followers to disseminate this very great truth. And this is fantastic. Which in this Kali Yuga, it's worth being born here at this time with all this stuff coming down, all this, just because we have this connection. It is so rare, so rare. It's worth everything that we may have to go through, any inconveniences, and they will be. There definitely will be some things. It's just part of it. But this makes you able to get through it. I was just talking to Janaki about this. She says, my God, this enables us to get through it. And it's so true. Otherwise, people have nothing to look forward to. It's a dreary existence. You can see it on many people's faces. Very dreary. They don't know. They're locked up. They don't know what to do. And anyway, this is our work. We're here to. It's a very happy, wonderful thing just to preach the truth, remind people of the truth. People will come. You'll see. We'll have plenty of work to do. There'll be plenty of things. People. It's like refugees. From the Maya. Refugees, they want to get out, man. They want to get out of friggin' Maya. Just like the people, the countries, they're refugees. They want to come from Cuba. They go on these rafts, in the ocean, on sometimes different things, Any way they can get over where freedom is. See? This is where real freedom is. It's spiritual freedom. Because you can't go. Bodily freedom is not available. I mean, it's part of the Lord's Leela. A lot of people will think, it's horrible now, but when it's all said and done and they do find this shelter like this, they'll think, oh man, was it worth it? Thank God the Lord did this. So this was part of the time to drive me to him, back to awakening who I really am, why, what I am, and my relationship to the transcendental Lord. I'm spirit. I'm just in the body. Having a human experience. It is such a wonderful, fantastic thing to know that you're a spirit, man. It's amazing. Amazing grace. It's all about grace, man. Yeah, spirit, man. So anyway, the moon, see the moon, what do? See, the moon is reflecting the sun. See, otherwise people look at the sun, they can't understand the sun. It's too bright, just it'll burn your eyes and all that. But the devotees, see, they look at the sun, they're been purified. You can tell it takes a while to be able to even hear the sun-like truth from the spiritual master sometimes. It causes a burning, it's like they throw in the sun balls at you. Ever see those Marvel things? There's one lady called Captain Marvel. She's Captain Marvel, and she has these sun energies. She's throwing at people, burning them up. Here we throw these balls of the sun of truth, sun-like truth, man, and they burn this illusion off fast. It doesn't do anything to the material body. It just hits right at the contamination in there. Make a nice place, nice temple. See, isn't it a very expert truth? It's very nice. It doesn't burn the body. It just burns the contamination in the body. And the Lord doesn't touch because he wants to use our temples so he can teach this truth and liberate the world. See, depends on us. Isn't that nice? Isn't it nice to be dependent on the Lord there? Codependent? He needs you, Sachi. He's going to use you. Don't worry. He's already doing it. You're making friends.
I feel I need him more than he needs me.
Yeah. So anyway, this chapter 1 is about spiritual master. So you got to understand, when you have the bona fide spiritual master, which this chapter explains their qualities. And that the problem with them in the illusion, even in religion, they don't understand these qualities clearly. That's why, we have the great privilege to, because we've ascertained them by this kind of ecstatic worship, to share them with people. And when people see they get this, see, now they're getting the real sun-like truth. See, coming through the moon. So you got to have a real moon, a non-speculating moon. They're in relishing mellows of their real relationship with God. It's fantastic. It's wonderful. They come here. They want to share it. That's the door. That's the narrow gate Jesus is talking. The devotee, who they're sent here, or they're made, or do you just come through the door? Then the Lord, you don't have to die to be a great servant of the Lord. Look at Paul and Peter and John and everything. They're still remembered, their words, their teachings. Most of the Bible is from St. Paul. And those words inspire devotion. They awaken, they purify. So anyway, this is how the Lord's doing it. It's great. This is a great mission. And this, we're not here, like the Lord is saying, give them rules and regulations, and ceremonies, and get them started only. We're here to finish the finishing work. Awaken. See, get the understanding how powerful and important real truth is, and how powerful and important real love is, devotion to that truth. See, that's God. That's his greatest man. And that truth that's being revealed is Vrindavan truth. It's not just it's like with Jesus, there was the truth being revealed. But is it clear? I mean, who was his father? Well, he just said, my father. Yeah, you're not so clear about it. Even realize that Krishna, Jesus showed me his father. And that's the Father was everywhere and everything. But see, Lord Chaitanya really showed you a deeper revelation of who that Father is. You'll see, we're coming up to the verse here. It says, there's no other truth equal to Lord Chaitanya, because the revelation is so deep. See, with Jesus, not all the four primary relationships that a soul has with God is revealed, but with Lord Chaitanya it is. So this is the shiksha, the further instruction, very important. See, I found by going, like Sachi saw, I was going back and forth to Jesus and back and forth, but it was so I could really ascertain clearly what's going on here. What is going on? Is it Jesus or is it Krishna? And I just, oh yeah, I see. It's a progression. See? Just like Jesus said, and actually, who said this? John the Baptist. He said, I must decrease this teaching. It was more Vaidhi rules, regulations, water baptism. Now go to get the baptism by fire. See, he's going to baptism by fire and with the Holy Spirit. You notice, isn't that, you're in the same kind of line here for the Vaishnavas. See, it's a baptism. You notice the fire in the heart. Ooh, hot, huh? Pretty hot, burning. But, the more room for the spiritual potency, you're able to hold it. Hold that sun-like truth in there. So read this, Sachi. Oh, sorry. Go ahead. Do what you need to do. Getting restless.
I gotta put the charger on my phone.
Oh, go for it. Yeah, go for it. I'll read this. It's because people are thinking I will find real happiness and true love. They still don't understand this is not possible on the material level. Yeah. See, that's the thing. As long as you have faith that you're going to find true love because by finding another material body, another soul in Maya, how can you find true love from a person who is drowning also in the Maya like you? I remember when I realized that, I thought, God, this is really interesting. People are looking for love, true love, in other people who are drowning in Maya like them. It's like, hey, babe, So I'll read until she. Okay, she's. Okay, so go on there. So there's no purport on that verse, so we gave it a little purport.
Do you want me to read some purports?
I'll let you know. Just read the verses and.
Okay. What the Upanishads describe as the impersonal Brahman is
Oh,
but
wait a second. Yeah, something just came. So if you notice, it says here, wait a second here. Oh, I see. I went to the wrong one. Okay. Yeah. They have arisen simultaneously on the horizon of Gaudiya to dissipate darkness of ignorance. See, simultaneously. Otherwise, you don't get the real Krishna. See, if you hear from the false acharya, when I say false, I'm just saying they're not the deliverer. I mean, because we're into the real thing, real devotion, real devotional principles, where it really delivers you now. No holding back, taking the gloves off, the etiquettes and all that, and just straight out truth. Okay? So, and that's why it's intense. See? So this dissipates the darkness of ignorance. Okay? And that's why you have to get it from such a spiritual master who will tell you the confidential truth, the conclusive truth as it is, not pulling punches and all. No. What is really the truth? See? So the Lord only uses his real devotees to do that. That's why it says only the Father knows the Son, and the Son knows the Father. This is Jesus preaching. And the Son can reveal the Father. See, that's God, truth. See? To whom he chooses. Whoever the Lord is choosing, you'll know. Anybody listening to this message, they're led to hear this message, they'll know. Say, this is what I've been looking for. Or they won't understand it at all. It'll be like gobbledygook. Okay? We're revealing more confidential things than Jesus did. In Jesus' preaching, look what he did. He spoke in parables. Even his unawakened devotees, disciples, couldn't understand them very well, even after he explained them. Then he said, when you're going to get the Spirit, after I depart, you're going to get the Spirit. Then it'll come back to remembrance, everything I told you. You'll realize it. You'll relish it. You'll taste it. The Spirit will help you. This is what you're getting here without the guru dying. You guys are already becoming awakened and are ascertaining these very deep truths. That's where I can speak them. That's why I have authorization from Prabhupada and Krishna. They knew that some people will listen that are ready. Matter of fact, they must have this. Otherwise, they know. You see, ask Johan if he would be on this platform, or Lalita Ganga or Janaki or anybody who's been around Krishna a long time. Couldn't read, because it's necessary for the devotees to make the next stage of evolution, to finish this. See, where it's you and God together, man, forever. Isn't that worth it, Sachi? To be you and God forever, beyond this mode of goodness even. See, that's not quite good enough. You're getting there. Now the next stage. Oh, yeah. We're going for the next level. So many people are ready, but you see, watch, one by one, they come, all the jewels, you see their hearts sincere. They really want this. Okay, go ahead. I think I've covered what I wanted to cover.
Okay, it's the next verse.
Oh, wait, I ain't finished yet. Dissipate the darkness of ignorance. This is so important. See, so you need the bona fide guru, right? And you need Krishna. They've got Krishna. That is their possession. Radha and Krishna. See, therefore they are authorized to dissipate Maya, is ignorance. You got to be, it's like in Prahlad's pastimes. See, the teachers of Prahlad trying to teach him mundane philosophy, mundane speculations, mundane political, stuff. And he wouldn't, no, he just, pure devotional service. That's all he wanted to preach. And they were surprised. They were demons. And they said, oh my God. They knew about Vishnu. They knew there's a God. There's a guy going around that was in the Illuminati. He said these Illuminatis, they know there's a God. They just hate him. They hate him. They believe we're really stupid if we don't believe in God. Can you imagine? These people doing all this crapola. They just say, well, we're siding with Lucifer. They're siding with the Lord's, his Maya. It's also God, his shadow God. See, the one eyes. So they're right and wrong at the same time. See, this is more powerful. We're siding with the transcendental Lord. It is more powerful. See, because it dissipates even their ignorance, that even as 33-degree Masons, they cannot dissipate. Can you imagine that if people knew that our servants and our workers here are getting a bigger degree than they get in all their secret societies and all that? We're getting 2 eyes open, not 1 eye. What do you need 1 eye? You're going to walk around with a patch on your other eye. See, you're blind. So we can open that eye. We can open your transcendental eye if anybody will agree to follow this path. Right? You got to say, come to the point. If you listen long enough, you think, I'm getting the real truth from this moon. The sun of the truth is dissipating my ignorance. I've got no doubt now. Man, the Lord has come as the guru to deliver me. That's one of his forms. You're going to see. It's all coming up here. Okay? And dissipating my ignorance. Wow, my way is clear. My God, the Maya just drops off. Ignorance, gone. No more. The truth is there now. You just look at the truth forever. Isn't it better? It's more free. You're set free. You're in freedom. You know who you are. I'm an eternal servant of the Lord, and I love it. It feels so great. I feel so, I'm just serving the Lord, coming up here chanting every day, talking about these truths, really like solid, speaking them like as they are. This is I can't think of any better thing to do. The world needs this. The world is going in darkness. Very unhappy people. This will make them so happy. Okay? But you got to be a real moon, man. People got to see, not a bullshit moon. Bullshitter is like you're a Rahu, eclipsing the real moon. You ever seen that Rahu? He's a demon. He eclipses the moon. Everything is inauspicious. That's what you get when you're a false acharya. You're eclipsing the real moon. When I got one of these acharyas, or these spiritual masters, I felt I was cut off from the mercy, cut off from the sun. So there are going to be plenty of people tired of that bullshit, man. Okay? Like I was. I was saying, I'm finished with that, man. I don't want to be cut off from God. I was better off just reading Prabhupada's books directly. Okay? So that's it. You got to have the real moon. I mean, we're here teaching it as it is. You got to find the real servant of the transcendentally situated servant of Krishna and Lord Chaitanya. Must. And then you'll be delivered. That's the narrow gate Jesus talked about. Find the real empowered servant of the Lord who is here with a mission. They know the mission. They're clear about it. And you come and listen long enough, you'll see, yeah, this is what life is about. My God, why wouldn't it be? God knows the essence of truth, and he whispers these sweet somethings, very big somethings in the ears of his real moons. You want to be a real moon there, Sachi? Or you want to be mooned by Maya?
Put me on the spot.
Hey, yeah.
I'm in process. What can I say?
It's great. I like it. Go ahead, read the next verse. I think let go for a little bit. We'll come back to this. Circle around. We'll be like that president's thing. We'll circle back around to that one. at a later date.
What the Upanishads describe as the impersonal Brahman, this is actually the third text of chapter 1. What the Upanishads...
Oh, wait a second. You see, Shamaguri says, we've already found the one in you, dear Guru. You know how many people, my ex included, she says, when I preach, she says, you false ego, you're only talking about yourself. Well, if the shoe fits, it fits. But the thing is, that's the principle. Okay? Wherever you go, that's what you got to find. If it's here or anywhere, we're talking about principle. But these people, they think he's talking about himself. Well, you're probably right. But I'm talking about anybody empowered by the Lord. They're going to have these qualities. They're going to tell you things as they are. And you see, when you examine closely, you say, hey, man, this is more right than these people coming up and saying, I'm Guru Dev, man. See my big title and all that. But they don't have this kind of knowledge as it is. They teach something else, some big checklist there, and none of what I said is on it. Can you imagine? Yeah, I'm telling you what the checklist of the book is. To me, that's my happiness, is tell people what is in the devotional scriptures. So you go in the line. You get in the real line. Not become a false speculative follower like so many Vaishnavas are. And hey, man, I'm going to give it to you. Just by the fact you're endeavoring for perfection, that's fantastic. Only out of many thousands does one endeavor for perfection. But that's great. But come on, man, I ain't satisfied. I want to see people get into the kingdom in this life. Not just be endeavoring, and then next life make a little more progress. I'm a greedy guy. Just like that. I become Krishna. It's Radha and Krishna's fault. They made me greedy, not only for bhakti, but greedy for others to get the same bhakti. Their fault. Otherwise, I don't have this power or this ability or this desire. Sacrifice all my reputation. Look what I've done, Sachi. I sacrificed my reputation for this preaching.
Yeah, I would agree with that. You've been through a lot. I don't think I could have stood up to it.
Yeah. Hey, read this, Sachi.
Lalita says, they have material ears. That is the problem. I'm not sure.
Yeah, and so, material ears. And so that's why faith comes by hearing and purifying. People have been bitten by the snake of illusion. So they got to, and those who are weak, if anybody feels weak out there, if you're in fear, you come here, you'll become strong, you become clear. You won't even care, you'll be like Mars Parikshit. Let this, like Janaki was saying, if I got 7 days, I'm just going to use it here for this. Let that snake bird or whatever magical creature that Brahman created bite me at once. Who cares, man? Just go on singing the glories of the Lord. Okay? That's all. I mean, I'm finding that personally, that, that makes sense. You're right. Let us just go on singing the glories of the Lord how long we can. There's no loss here. None. Zero. Everything is held by the Supreme Lord because this is what is real. You know how they talk about fake money and real money like gold and silver? That's maybe more real than the paper that they're putting on there, but it's still not real. None of this. This is real money. This is real wealth. See? Real wealth is to dissipate ignorance. See? Real wealth is to glorify the absolute truth. You become like an Ananta Sesh. You never stop. It's just more and more and more. We begin empowered. See, so anyway, that's the miracle here. If anybody comes patiently, your spiritual ear will awaken. You'll become attracted to the holy name. and to the pastimes of the Lord. You'll find shelter there. Even if you're a dog, people's animals, they find shelter. This is what the Lord says. Hey, if you become a real devotee, even your animals get delivered. Find shelter in the devotional service. So I never had to worry about my brother or family. And hey, man, my Lord takes care of all of that. He's responsible. He's a man of his word. Man, woman of their word. Yes, hey, man, I know, I trust that. I know, I didn't have to always do all these things. And, hey, man, the Lord is my keeper. He keeps the books. He's the bookkeeper. Why do I have to engage in bookkeeping of all these little things? And let him do it. Go ahead, Sachi, read.
What the Upanishads describe as the impersonal Brahman is but the effulgence of his body, and the Lord knows. And the Lord known as the Supersoul is but his localized plenary portion.
See,
Lord
these
Chaitanya,
are truths. Wait. These are truths. Okay? There's true. This is true. The Lord's his effulgence. This is true, right? A lot of people are preaching this. This is they call the Mayavadi level. This is one level self-realization. They're out there saying this is what God is about. This is what life is about. It's about oneness. It's about we're all one. See, this is all to do with Brahman realization. See, this is truth. It's one level of truth. And the next level is super soul. Actually, the Lord lives in my heart. See, super soul realization. This is a little bit about what Jesus was getting us to. Super soul. See, the Holy Spirit. Yeah, the Spirit. God lives in me. See, he lives in me. See? Now, go on. What's the next? Next truth.
Lord Chaitanya is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Krishna himself, full with 6 opulences. He is the absolute truth, and no other truth is greater than or equal to him.
See, this is the greatest. Lord Chaitanya represents the greatest truth. See, represents the greatest truth is what? Radha Krishna, devotion to Krishna. Okay? See, and really clear. See, you don't understand this. It's clear with Jesus, more or less. But see, Lord Chaitanya represented that truth here revealed. So there's been no greater truth in that revelation of this kind of worship. This is the real line. This is why if you represent the real line, you got to represent this greatest truth, which is what? Devotion to Krishna, Radha Krishna Bhav. See, devotional mellows, relishing this very intimate taste, spiritual taste for that bread of life of Lord Chaitanya and Radha and Krishna, their worship. See, then you're part of that family of Vrindavan like they are. See, so there's no other greater truth in that than Lord Chaitanya. If you see this from a neutral point of view, get out of this sentiment. No, it's Jesus. Oh, it's Brahman. It's anyway. The book stands behind. There's no greater truth than Lord Chaitanya's revelation here on this planet. Okay? And then his real representatives show it or hide it, like Prabhupada and Bhakti. They hid it. They didn't show, like Lord Chaitanya, there's no greater truth than what he manifested. His real representative in this world, if you're ready to be delivered and to understand the highest truth without speculating, see, without, Krishna, Radha, I love you, but you don't even know what that love is yet. See, if you're ready to know and the Lord sees, okay, I'm going to reveal it through my real representative, you're going to see that love in person. You're going to see me using that flute, that devotee, to attract other gopis, other devotees who are looking for this intimate worship. You're going to see that. You have to see that. Otherwise, it's not revealed. That's why you see so many Vaishnavas are just, they think, okay, they don't know who they're worshiping. Didn't Jesus say that? The woman at the well into rituals and going on pilgrimage to see God. See, going up to the mountain, the hard work, climbing the mountain, cold, and God knows what else got to go through. Going on to big austerities to go see God. He says, no, we don't. I don't have to do that. We don't have to do. Anybody who listens to me will not have to do that. They will worship the Lord in spirit and truth. See? So the truth is conclusive truth. And in spirit, the spirit inside our own heart awakens. You wake up, baby Krishna, because now you're feeding him. Otherwise, Krishna, he doesn't eat speculation. It's not his food. Yeah. He awakens by the word spoken by his devotees, the moons. They give you the real sun as it is truth. So it awakens like that. Go ahead.
May the Supreme Lord, who is known as the son of Srimati Sachi Devi, be transcendently situated in the innermost chambers of your heart, resplendent with the radiance of molten gold. He has appeared in the age of Kali by his causeless mercy to bestow what no incarnation has ever before offered, which is the most sublime and radiant mellow of devotional service, the mellow of conjugal love.
Hey, read that again. That was nice.
May the Supreme Lord, who is known as the son of Srimati Sachi Devi, be transcendently situated in the innermost chambers of your heart, resplendent with the radiance of molten gold. He has appeared in the age of Kali by his causeless
See,
mercy.
if Lord Chaitanya is situated in your heart, say he's awakened. He's dormant. See, this revelation and realization is just dormant in the people's heart. It needs to be awakened. But it's awakened by his relatives, those who have relation, see, to Lord Chaitanya. They awaken that in your heart. See, so therefore, because when he's awakened in your heart, all of a sudden you're attracted to the devotional family. You're attracted to Lord Chaitanya. You're attracted to his pastimes. You're attracted to Radha and Krishna's pastimes. You like to hear. You get life from that. See, may that Supreme Lord, see, this is a benediction from the devotee in the book, especially when you hear that from a living devotee. You get that benediction. Just they speak about the Lord. And all of a sudden the Lord begins to awaken in your heart. And you get taste of for his relatives, his pastimes. Okay? So may that Lord Chaitanya, he gives us the ability to relish his relatives, to relish that relationship, that's what do you call it? Association, to feel gravitate for that, and then that gets us just by that attraction to Vrindavan, and Vrindavan devotees, we get out of this material world just simply by attraction. Yeah. No one else can get us out but the real moons. See, you got to find the real moons. They're the intimate servants of Lord Chaitanya, not his false representatives. They're just practice stuff. Clickbait. You ever heard that word, clickbait, on the internet? Clickbait? No? Clickbait, you click on it and it's like it looks really good, and you click on it and it takes you to a place that's not that good. Mm-hmm. See, it's it's material motives in there. We just got you to click on this because we want to use you and all that. See, that's the religion. Yeah, the persons who are not really representing Krishna and Radha and Vrindavan, they're not real moons, so they give you a fake sun. And you become a fake son. And that's your line. Until you're ready, say, hey, man, what am I? I'm tired of the fakes. I want the real thing. I want a real moon to give me the real sun, because the real sun comes through the real moon. See, the real truth comes through its real representative. Very intimate relationship. Go ahead, Rita.
Resplendent with the radiance of molten gold, he has appeared in the age of Kali by his causeless mercy to bestow what no other incarnation has ever offered before, the sublime and radiant mellow of devotional service, the mellow of conjugal love. The loving affairs of Sri Radha and Krishna are transcendental manifestations of the Lord's internal pleasure-giving potency.
So, a question people should ask is, okay, how did he do this? How did he give this relationship of conjugal love between awakening our soul, that special love for Krishna, God as Krishna? How? By tasting it himself, by showing that this is the potential for anybody who becomes attracted to this way of worshiping God. Yeah, it's unusual. Tears come to your eyes. You look before worldly people like a complete fool, crazy person. But for a devotee relishing these mellows, it's so worth it, man. Oh, I'll endure millions of whippings for this one day of worship the Lord like this. Yeah, it's so wonderful. Here, read this here, Sachi.
From Tom. So a devotee who is actually in Bhav's stage, he may see a tree or an animal or a man, but he does not see the man or tree or the animal. He sees part and parcel of Krishna, a Jivatma.
Yeah, I mean, that's one stage. But there's another stage. So what is that one? What does he say? A stage of Bhav. See, Bhav, that's not quite there. That's not Prem. Bhav is Bhav. Prem is Prem. Prem is that love. Bhav is love. See, maybe feel like super soul, God in your heart. But as that condenses, it becomes Prem, and you get these symptoms of you're getting so close to the Lord. See, so close, and that you can taste him. See how that works? The bread of life. You get so close to the Lord, you can, and it's not even an almost taste him. You can taste God, and that is ecstatic. And you can commune soul to supreme soul, man. See? This is the zone. See? So the Lord taught that by showing the world how wonderful it is to be so intimate with God in his worship. Now, so if this is ever being preached again in this world, where people will be able to understand that this path really exists, is you have to see a devotee worshiping like that in such intimacy. And that's what you see here developing. You notice? Different. See, and whoever becomes attracted and begins to understand this way of worship, which is the only way, is through the devotees very deep into this intimate way of worshiping the Lord. So much so they're tasting Radha's essence and Krishna's essence. They are part of that divine Vrindavan. See, and when it's revealed, not just, you meet like a Prabhupada who's a Vrindavan, and he just only gives you rules and regulations and then goes in his room and very intimately worship God. You notice that's what people preaching. Oh yeah, this is the way you got to do it, the way it was done 50 years ago. Well, no, you don't have to do it that way. Lord Chaitanya did it another way, so where love of God began to be manifest. in this world. See, that's why it's being manifest here more and more. Because we're not holding back. Prabhupada was holding back. It wasn't time. Bhaktisiddhanta was holding back. There was no room for this teaching yet. That's why it's in their books. Bhakti Vinod held back. He did all this in his private. But he put it in his books. This devotee has to be ecstatic sometimes. How can they live in this world? If they're relishing this relationship that they do intimately with God before you are the luckiest person on this planet, man. You may know it, not know it, and most people don't. I don't care how many people jump up and down. How dare you do it? You jump up and down all on this, all you want, but you're the luckiest person on the planet to even see it. I don't care. You don't like it. Too bad for you. It's not too bad because there's only blessing for that. That's your purification. There's that anger coming out of you or whatever's coming out. You're getting purified. Okay? You're lucky to see it. Oh, even get angry about it. It's okay. Look at St. Paul. He became a saint by being really angry at seeing spirit-filled Christians. He didn't like it. No, he wants Pharisees. You got to not have this. What is this weird stuff? Every time he looked at these ecstatic Christians, more hate came out of him until there wasn't any anymore. And he became a faithful follower. Why not? The truth will set you free. Set everybody free. Set demons free. Set demigods free. Everybody is in more or less ignorance in this world. Okay? Demons more, demigods a little bit less, but still ignorance. See? Coming through the real line dissipates it for everybody, finishes it. Find out, oh, I'm an immortal person. Why was I trying to become immortal by some mechanical means? How dumb. Go ahead, Sachi.
The loving affairs of Sri Radha and Krishna are transcendental manifestations of the Lord's eternal pleasure-giving potency. Although Radha and Krishna are one in their identity, they separated themselves eternally. Now these two transcendental identities have again united in the form of Sri Krishna Chaitanya.
Okay, now read that again more slowly. I may stop you.
The loving affairs of Sri Radha and Krishna are transcendental manifestations of the Lord's internal pleasure-giving potency.
Isn't that amazing? That's what you got to see in this world. Where is that internal pleasure-giving potency? Because if you see it, you're going to see something extraordinary, something very different. You notice that? Here is where you're seeing the dance, the rasa dance of the internal pleasure-giving potency. You can see on the faces of those who are getting this. It's special. They're getting a pleasure that's really different. You notice that, Sachi? Is it a little different? Some of the ecstatic devotees?
Yeah.
You notice it? Yeah. See, that's the pleasure-giving potency. See, it's very different. Otherwise, you don't know. You don't see it's in the book, but where is it in life? That's why people don't know what it is. Vaishnavas don't know what it is. They never see in it. They just, maybe, I heard Prabhupada got ecstatic sometimes. So read that verse again. It's so good. It's so perfect. So wonderful.
The loving affairs of Sri Radha and Krishna are transcendental manifestations of the Lord's internal pleasure-giving potency.
See, internal pleasure-giving, not external pleasure. Internal pleasure. External pleasure is a pleasure of the senses. See, that's what most people have. Or as in religion, say Vaishnava religion, you offer food to the deity, and then the scripture tells you, oh, they're very happy that you did that. Oh, and your happiness is that because the scripture says so. Okay? This pleasure-giving potency is you're tasting with transcendental senses this happiness. See, and if you're preaching this, people see, wow, man, what kind of, I think I want to worship like that. See, otherwise you won't come here. People thinking, oh, I'm not interested in that way of worship. Okay, well, that's your loss. I mean, this is some people will have the intelligence to come here and listen because that's what you're going to see and that's what you're going to get. What you see is what you're going to get. What glorification you hear, which is all about this, is what you're going to get. Oh, I'm not interested in that. Okay, well, go. What are you? Go what you're interested in. Or some of the prostitutes who come here, you know what a prostitute is? They get some of this and they say, thank you very much. I'm going to be on my way. See, that's Mayavadi. You know how it's Mayavadi? They don't care about us. Can you imagine? Isn't that impersonal? It's like impersonal is in the world. They don't care. It's like, see, that's it. You don't care about. See, that you're stuck on that level. I couldn't believe it. My ex just left once. Just left like, oh, I don't really care about you because she got connected to another level. The more Brahman of people who also don't care about this bhakti, don't care about devotees. That's the test here. You notice? Here, you may get something, and people have. But some people, they just kind of got this Brahman crooked tail, Oh, well, thank you very much. I'm going to be on my way. And then they start even criticizing their guru. See, this is chapter, what is that chapter? Oh, yeah. What's his name? There's Ishwar Puri and Ramachandra Puri. Ramachandra Puri was like that. See, by destiny. So anyway, by destiny, you got to understand, by destiny, some people are ungrateful like him. He got something from his guru, and then he turned it against his guru and started criticizing his own guru, instructing his own guru, trying to teach him. See? This is some kind of bad desire, unfavorable desire. Okay, so this is the Lord's teaching in living color here. We got some of those. But they can change, if they don't hear the truth, maybe in a year from now, they might question and they listen to this video and they might, oh, wow, I made a mistake. And then before they pass from the body in that consciousness, they can make more progress. Otherwise, they're stuck there, Do you think it's not like that, man? Every time I've seen somebody leave what we're doing here, is like, what? How? You really missed the right how can you got friends here? You got people who appreciate you, want to help you. You got community, and you leave that to be alone or with people who are not attracted to this? Come on. See? Anyway, destiny.
I have a question about this verse.
Okay.
Okay, so with just within this one sentence, the loving affairs of Sri Radha and Krishna are transcendental manifestations of the Lord's internal pleasure-giving potency. To me, that sounds like there's the Lord, his internal pleasure-giving potency. There's the Lord, and then there's Radha Krishna, or I'll put it this way, Radha Krishna. And it makes it sound like that the Lord in this sentence is different from Radha Krishna.
Well, read that verse again.
The loving affairs of Sri Radha and Krishna are transcendental manifestations of the Lord's internal pleasure-giving potency.
Yeah, so see that manifests. See, okay, if you think of the body as a temple, okay, say this is our temple, okay. So when you get this potency, this comes through the parampara, through devotees who have it. They awaken it in you, that vibration, that frequency. They awaken it in you, okay. So now when you're engaging in devotional service, you're basically bringing Radha and Krishna. See, it's the pleasure-giving potencies, and you're experiencing what their relationship in your own temple. You're like a pujari. See? So you're engaging and chanting and hearing, and it's like you become like the love of Radha. See, and Krishna becomes the supreme absolute truth that you're relishing. See, so you're mesmerized in that. It's that happiness that of knowing so intimately the truth of God. So it's not. It's like that's what the Lord is giving us, that pleasure giving potency awakening at us. See, so now you just engage in devotional service like the path teaches. Now you get that experience. See, so it develops. You get some taste, and it's developing, and you just keep watering. See, like you go. I've seen you water. You go out there to relax, right? You go out there and you water your plants and all that. See, well, this is what we're doing here. You're watering your plant. Your bhakti creeper, and it starts growing. More and more you are aware. Wow, this is the pleasure-giving potency of the Lord. Yeah, and I'm here to relish this and teach this to my brothers and sisters. This is a possibility for them. This is to show how beautiful it is, how wonderful. They can see it on your person. Wow, look how intelligent this person has come by relishing this love of Krishna. See, this transcendental potency. You become really intelligent, you become logical, you become fearless. See, you become truly virtuous in that way. Transcendental virtues manifest in you. You're able to ascertain the real meaning of the scriptures. You're able to awaken, you're enabled to awaken devotees, their real love, their dormant love of God. Stuff like that. Does that answer your question?
Well, when I get to the point where I'm really like completely there, I'll understand. Let's put it that way.
Okay.
I'm still so caught up in the material world, I feel.
It's all right. Just keep taking a dip in this. Just keep dipping in, and all will be well.
So you want me to read more?
Yeah.
They separated themselves eternally, Radha and Krishna. Now these two transcendental identities have again united in the form of Sri Krishna Chaitanya. I bow down to him who has manifested himself with the sentiment and complexion of Sri Mati Radharani, although he is Krishna himself.
See, this is a better way to learn for us. See, they separated themselves and they were in Vrindavan having intimate exchanges. Everybody knows, this stuff. See, but if you were there, you see, there's Radha. You see, it's kind of external. You think, there's Radha there and Krishna over here, and then they're getting together. See, so to teach the Lord the Lord came to teach and manifest this kind of worship in us so that we can also worship like this. We can also chant the holy name and be in touch with the real Krishna and the real Radha. It's not just something external, it's internalized now in our own personal worship. That's what you see here. See, it's internalized, just like, so the Lord wanted to spread this way of worship so we can relish to a large degree what he was relishing. See, in this. So he taught the way to do it. And so now the devotees who have this internal potency, and when they get the order like we have also, we go and teach this in this way, the same way he did. You start to see, like this devotee is following in the footsteps of Lord Chaitanya and relishing this intimacy of worshiping God in ecstasy and intimacy. Okay? So whoever comes here, that's down the road for you. or coming up very fast. Depends. Yeah. Okay, you know what? I think I'm going to stop for a while here. That was a lot. I'm going to be quiet.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. Yeah, I found a place where I can here in this Lava Hot Springs, there's a library that has very fast internet. I can just sit on the bench and download these things because I haven't been able to find anybody that's savvy or something.
And that's in southern Utah.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm in southern. No, I'm in southern.
Wyoming?
Idaho.
Idaho. Oh, okay.
Lava Hot Springs, Idaho.
Okay.
Yeah. So I can make some videos because there's these people. They're preaching evil stuff, hypocrisy, and then they're preaching good stuff. But this is good evil. We need to bring our message out more. This is what's going to liberate everybody. It's more powerful than anything. The truth will set you free. This level of truth is amazing. So anyway, since I can't find anybody that will do anything, I got to do it. So I'm going to make videos now. Okay. Hare Krishna, everybody. Thank you for coming. We'll be back.
Hare Krishna, everybody.
Guaranteed. We got work to do here. We got hands to shake, people to meet. How do I get off here? Oh, end stream. Okay.
Haribo.
Haribo. See you later, Tachi.
Thanks for coming. Thanks for letting me read.
Yeah, great. Yeah.